Well, I think the challenges that we face now moving forward is trying to understand what people want from their office space when they return to work. And we have to almost anticipate and react to what people or how people's behavior is changing in the workplace. What is it that they want from their workplace? What work are they doing in the offices? How much space do they need? Do they need more space? Do they need less space? And so our challenge then is to be able to adapt to what's in front of us. And that's a tough challenge because every company is going to be different. So one company may need more space because they just want to space out more. Another may need less because they want to work in a hybrid way with managing how people come back on different days. Everybody's going to be different. So how do we then adjust to that need? And also, what are we thinking about in terms of the office space itself? How are we designing that space? And we're considering elements such as privacy and audio privacy and visual privacy if people are making video calls in the office, and how are people using meeting rooms and that collaboration piece of coming together. What is the division of work between working with other people, still having a desk and working at a desk? All of these things are going to be fascinating as they play out over the next 12 to 24 months. Well, the biggest opportunity is really to listen to the occupier and actually do something about it. So we can all talk about it, we can all theorize, but now we actually have to do something. So we have to respond to what they want, be informed by that occupier, and really focus on creating what is the right experience for those users of that space. And that is about, of course, flexibility. It's about design. It's about a layer of service. It's about understanding how to connect with them in terms of your brand, but also your communication. And how do you start to inform them that they can use space in a certain way that is most efficient for them? And I think technology then plays its role in that too, in arriving at those conclusions. Well, in the short term, the moratorium now actually I don't think has an immediate impact in terms of people returning to work. I think actually we were seeing people looking at coming back in September, October, so an extension of a month doesn't really impact that. I think those plans stay the same. The moratorium, though, extending to 9 months, has very wide-reaching implications that will be interesting to see how it plays out, because it just pushes the problem down the road and potentially makes it harder then for both landlords and tenants to arrive at agreements that work for both, because there potentially is more damage done. And I think it's a tough position to arrive at in creating a blanket approach for everybody, because individual companies are individual and everybody has different circumstances. So to try and find a solution to that is going to be interesting, and I think we need to address that now, sooner rather than later. 9 months, in my view, is too long to wait until we start to address those issues. Well, the cost could potentially be huge, because we're looking at some landlords being without income for 2 years, and actually are there some tenants and businesses there that should be addressing their immediate concerns with their businesses but are able to actually have a stay of execution? That could potentially incur more cost for the tenant. It could also be an opportunity for tenants as well to be able to have that breathing space to get through. So that is why you have to approach it individually, because everybody's different. What does work for each business? Personally, I'm really optimistic and I'm feeling very positive about the future. In terms of our sector and offices, the evidence that we're seeing is that people are very keen to come back to work. How they come back remains to be seen. How they use the space, how often they come back, what hours, what days, that will all play out. And I think that there are some challenges to that, and I think there's some wonderful opportunities. And the overarching comment, I'd say, is that people still need offices. So if we're basing it not on theory but on seeing the demand for offices in the recent last couple of months, then I think that's really indicative of a sea change now as people are seeking to come back. And we're really positive. And as a business, for us, that means that we feel that there's a real growth opportunity for our sector.